Today's topic is as exhausting as it's predictable. Racist bigots, the people who treat ignorance like it's a full-time job with benefits. We're not here to amplify them, trust me. That's not what we're here for. They're already loud enough as it is. We're here to break down how their prejudice works. Why it keeps popping up like a bad software update. Think of this episode as a guide tour through the museum of outdated opinions. So, welcome to the Daily Eye Roll. I'm Mohammed Aslam, a political thinker and a part-time chaos analyst. I'm a kind of person that has spent a very long time listening to idiotic politicians who talk absolute nonsense. Believe me, I've heard loads of them. And this has even led to my eyebrows themselves having their own political opinions because we're so fed up of listening to these local politicians who know nothing about anything and national politicians who pretend they're not even interested in anything. So where do we go? Nowhere in particular. But we might have a look at Norfolk. It's suddenly become, well, not suddenly become, Norfolk has always been very famous for beaches and people arguing about tractor traffic. But today we're heading to Thetford in Norfolk to see if we can shake down a few overstayed tourists. This is where Britain has apparently invented a brand new Olympic sport. But it's called competitive outrage sprinting. And when I say this is something that Team GB might actually win, it's not a joke. You know, they've not been doing too well in any other sport, so here we have one for them that they could actually win. Yes, it's a place roughly 25,000 people strong and somehow managed to look like the EDL had booked the entire town. These guys were Olympic-style protesters who have transformed a local demonstration into a live-action make-up, similar to the Purge Norfolk style. Now, you know, we can talk about this in lots of different ways, but according to reports, crowds of up to 100 people have stormed 3 properties, amid fears of being used to feed asylum seekers, God forbid, while hosing them down with bottles of dandelion and burdock. Now, I don't know if you've ever tried dandelion and burdock, but, you know, they're welcome to it. So let's pause for a moment. You know, just let's take a breath. 100 people storming 3 houses because they thought something might be happening inside, probably eating, watching TV, you know, listening to, I don't know, God knows what. Nothing says defending British values quite like creating a medieval witch hunt before tea time. Honestly, all they were missing was a pitchfork and somebody shouting, "Burn the heretic." And it gets better, a lot better. A local MP, Terry Jeremy, ended up being chased down the street by protesters after he'd been shopping and still holding his cucumber in his hand. Now that's a sight worth seeing. Imagine him becoming an MP because you wanted to fix potholes, invite asylum seekers to share your fish and chips, maybe cut a ribbon or 2 at the local Tesco store. But instead, you're suddenly staring at the latest Fast and Furious movie, and you're playing a major role in it. Reports say around 30 people were chasing him, screaming, jeering, demanding answers. 30 people chasing a politician holding his cucumber and a bag of lettuce, of course. I'm not saying it looked ridiculous, but, you know, somewhere a flock of angry geese were watching. Hey, steady on, lads. You're making us look unprofessional. Then there's the Reform Police Commissioner. It just gets better, I tell you. Every moment of this so-called protest led by the EDL. Anyway, let me start again. Where was I? Oh, God, I can't even remember. It's so funny. There was the Reform Police Commissioner from Norfolk, Colin Sutton. You might have heard of him. Not many people have. And he was asked for a comment by the local press. And guess what? He dived into the coal shed and declined to speak. Declined to speak. I mean, can you believe it? The police commissioner. That's a new one on me. You have to admire the efficiency of the Reform Party's commitment to law and order via the ancient British tradition of pretending we're not home. Now, here's an important part. People are absolutely entitled to hold strong views on immigration. Of course they are. You know, we live in a world where you must be able to express lawful views. They can shout, they can march and complain, they can explain. They can look at the immigration policy. They can talk to people in Asda about it. There's nobody to stop them. That's democracy. That's the kind of world we should be living in. But storming homes, terrorizing neighborhoods, threatening people and taking law into their own hands, that's not democracy. That's criminality. A female police officer was bitten so seriously you'd think one of the EDL-flavoured rioters genuinely believed she was a half-eaten sausage roll. Take from that what you want, other than the sausage roll. But that's what we're facing. I mean, what can you say? A local newspaper called it scenes of utter disgusting behaviour, which is one of those beautifully restrained British phrases that covers everything from dropping litter to your dog doing a poo under the park bench. Utterly disgusting. Translated, it means, what on earth are you people doing and what's your dog doing? The irony is spectacular. Many of the people involved would probably tell you they're standing up for law and order. Yeah, that's right, law and order. We protect law and order in Britain. But they're ignoring the law. So they're just protecting the order. I'm not sure even what they're protecting anymore. But, it's bonkers. It's like campaigning for road safety by driving through the town centre at night with your eyes closed. But once you're chasing an MP through the suburban cul-de-sacs, like it's the Walking Dead Telford edition, the conversation is over. You're not making a political point. You're making evidence for the prosecution. Britain has become addicted to dramatic chaos. Everybody wants to be the main character in a high-vis jacket. Everybody wants a viral clip. Everyone wants to be the bloke who was there when it all kicked off. Congratulations in that case. You've achieved it. You're now part of the news story that ends with the words identified, arrested and prosecuted. So here's a daily eye roll analysis in a few words. Argue passionately, protest peacefully, challenge the government, question immigration, do all of it and some. But the moment crowds start storming homes and chasing politicians and eating policewomen like it's a low-budget zombie movie, you're no longer defending the country. You are just giving Norfolk another story it absolutely does not want. Thanks for joining me at the Daily Eye Roll. If you've enjoyed today's episode, subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment, and remember, if your political strategy requires a mob and a half-eaten police officer, it's not a strategy. It's jail time waiting to happen. Take care.